Alright, so we just got new news for a new special English Scarlet and Violet 6.5 set to release in August. So we can exclusively review a special Scarlet and Violet 6.5 set will release in English on August 2nd. This set will follow Scarlet and Violet 6 Twilight Masquerade on May 24th and precede our 6v7 set in September. The first wave of 6.5 products will include an ATB with 9 booster packs, a promo card, and the usual accessories. A new illustration rare collection with 4 booster packs, 3 promo cards, and a code card. 2 EX special collections with 5 booster packs, 3 promo cards, and a code card. 3 plaque blisters with a promo card, mini tins with 2 booster packs, a sticker sheet, and an art card. These will only be the first waves of products to release. More will come throughout the fall. Like all special sets, booster packs of the set will not be sold individually. They will only be available through special products like the ones above. What can our English set include? It's time to speculate. There seems to be 2 theoretical possibilities. Tagrapagos, or how you pronounce the name of that, and dragons. So it looks like a new version of Dragon Majesty, or one of these Terrapogs or something like that. So I'm hoping we're getting this set right here, because then we might be getting special illustration rares for not just Zap Grom and Drampa and Tornador and Roaring Moon and Dragon Knight and Charizard and Kingdra and Kyurem and Reshiram and Altaria, but if we get designs like that for all of these, I don't think Charizard could withstand a chance against the rest of these. So I'm hoping, and there is a possibility, like I said, it's time to speculate, there seems to be 2 theoretical possibilities. Doesn't mean it is, but these are the 2 main like themes we could get, most likely could get. The 2 main ones they're focusing on getting. The dragons and the Terrapagos, or how you pronounce the name. So it looks like release in Japan that will release if Dragon Paradise Dragona releases in Japan this August. It will be likely candidate for our English set. As currently the Year of the Dragon, so a special dragon themed set would perfectly commemorate 2024. We received 2 special Dragon themed set before, Dragon Vault in October 2012 and the Dragon Majesty in September 2018. This set could be a dragon set in the same vein as Hidden Fates, Shining Fates, and Paldean Fates. So, 6 years. Oh, because like it looks like here, so it looks like October 2012 compared to what we got in 2018. You take that's 6 years apart. Now, we're in 2024, which is 6 years after 2018. So it seems like we're getting each of a dragon set 6 years after we get another one. So like Dragon Vault came out 2012, Dragon Majesty 2018. Now it's 6 years later, and we're getting this set, of course. So it most likely, in my opinion, could possibly be a dragon set. I'm hoping so, but yeah. The TCG has celebrated Dragon-type Pokemon many times, even in many expansions. We have EX Dragon in 2003, EX Dragon Frontiers in 2006, Dragons Exalted in 2013, Warring Skies in 2015, and Evolving Skies in 2021. How our special set could feature Stellar Miracle. Instead, which will release in Japan on July 19th. This matches up with the timing. This certainly matches up with the timing of an August English set. However, it seems more like Stellar Miracle would stay a main series since it would be introducing the Stellar type, Terra type, and Tagrapos to the TCG. Each of the main English sets this block has introduced a major new Pokemon or mechanic. Granted, we don't know much about Stellar Miracle at this point, so we can be surprised. For example, maybe Stellar Miracle will only be previewing the new Stellar type Terra type before it goes into full swing. Maybe it will only introduce Tagrapos normal form, and then we'll get into terrestrial and stellar forms in a main set later. On August 30th, two pre-constructed decks were released in Japan, featuring Stellar Sylveon EX and Stellar Coleridge EX. These will likely be paired with the cards from Stellar Miracle whenever they release in English. And for completion's sake, Night Wanderer will release in Japan on June 8th, featuring the Loyal 3 as Pokemon EX. It may also feature Percheron, or how to pronounce the name. It's likely this set would be unique enough to become a special English set. Justin Bazell and I will discuss our theories on this weekend's episode of Pokemon Poke Beach Podcast, whatever. These are 37 cards from Japan's Battle Academy that will be in our English Battle Academy, including that won't be in our English Battle Academy, including Houndstone EX, Greninja EX, Lucario EX, and Melmetal. So these 4 will only be in Japanese. These 4 will not be in English. So these 4 will not be in English. They will only be in Japanese. So that means that in order to get these in English or in USA, you have to order them off of eBay, and heck telling how much those are going to be going for, knowing, most people are selling cards at like a lot of money if they're only released in Japanese. So Venusaur EX, Charizard EX, Blastoise EX have alternate art prints that were released in Japan last November as part of a special deck set EX. The decks also include new illustration rares of Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. We already received Charmander in English. So this was our looks like this was our Venusaur, the Charizard, and the Blastoise all released in Japan. Then we got the Bulbasaur, which never released in English, so I'm hoping we maybe get this for that set, maybe as a promo. Then we got the Charmander, of course. That was the Obsidian Flames ETB promo card. Then you got the beautiful illustrating rare looking card for the Squirtle. Then of course you get whatever this one is, and then you get Bombardier. There are also unreleased gym promos, including Gardevoir EX and Flamingo EX. They may become promos in an EX box by the time we get our Scarlet Violet 6.5 set. We should find out more about 6.5 next month, so stay tuned. So the special set is they go in Worlds. Well, that explains where the 2 other ARs from Twilight Masquerade are going, including Orgapon and the ETB. This feels so weird, though I have a bad feeling this special set is literally going to be the leftover Battle Academy cards. Whatever Japan promos we still haven't gotten, which would be super underwhelming, to be honest. Set name ideas: Dragon Exiled, Dragons, Dragon Paradise. From what I've seen so far, if this set does focus on Dragon-type Pokemon, then I cannot wait to see the Jangamo evolution and a Dragon-type Kingdra card. However, we haven't had the latter since the X and Y series. Why are we permanently on the 6 sets per year timeline now? Dragons exploded. Well, call it a set on August 2nd. Well, I was thinking a main set, so now questioning when is the next main set after May's set. For 5 minutes, could TPCI not print a special set? For 5 minutes. Seriously, I'm getting tired of these buyer-unfriendly scalper exciting special sets, because TPCI really can't adapt to the way the TCG is released in Japan. While the sell-outs of Generations, Hidden Fates, and Celebration products have taught them that the releasing special set is guaranteed profits, I've never actually seen the Dragon Frontier set before, but whoever designed the cover was interesting. I mean, seriously, only 2 of those dragons and their mouths take up 3/4 of their faces, and most of them. Poor Flagon and Altaria couldn't make the box art in their own Generations Dragon set. Flygon was featured on one of the EX Dragon themed decks, so it wasn't totally snubbed. With Dragons Exalted being 2012, being 18, themed mini set, they'll all be 6 years apart. Like I said on the video a couple minutes ago. Also, this set is being released on my B-Day, yay. Only other set released on this date was Unified Minds. Dragon Dreams. Dragon Delight, please no, but it made me chuckle. Sounds like a dumb dessert. Dragon Dreams. Likely September. There really isn't a reason for a special set now. I'd rather they just keep the high-class sets like Crown Zenith, Paldean Fates. This seems like a Champion's Path 2.0. Anything but Paldean Dragons or Dragon Fates. Pokemon Scarlet Violet 6.5, Charizard wearing a Dragon Terra crown, in stores now. Okay, well that's all for this part. Let's get to the final part of the video. We're going to be going over all of these, see if we have any news, and if there is, I'll make that, and if not, we'll get to the other news we do, because we have some new cards leaked for the new Japanese set, Mask of Change. Alright, so now we're going to get to our other one, which we're doing on temporal forces. So we're going to get to a month afterwards, we're going to get to what the value is. So the highest card here, like we said here, is 82 bucks. So the Iron Crown, they talked about this last week. We said that the Morty's conviction was $91. It's now down to 73. So now it is still our second most expensive card, which was very insane how it went from a specific amount in a day to now down to about 73 bucks again. So like I've said, I think there's a lot of a lot of marketplace manipulation going on here, where a lot of people are not very happy that this specific card was not the most expensive card in this set. So I think it made people angry, so therefore they made Morty's conviction, well, they try to make it the most expensive card by putting the value a little bit up higher. So as you can see, most of the ones that have been sold today, or not sold today, but have been on here, past couple days, are now at 70 some dollars. So I feel like most people, what they can do, it's very easy to manipulate the system on this specific app, because on TCG Player, all you have to do is specifically everyone has to put a price up above a certain amount of money. So it basically evens it out, and then it puts its like even number, or it's like overall, like basically on average number, and they put it down on the app. So most of those were going for like what, $73. So of course they put $73 right there. So they even it out and see what the most obvious one is, the most most like sold listings are. As they saw, most of them were like close to 73 bucks. Most were 73 and 73, 74, 73, 75, 75, 74, 74, 79. So most of them were at least near 73, so they evened it out to $73. So all of them were back then last week, they were all at like 90 some dollars. That's why he was stuck at 91 bucks. So if they made this system a little bit more or less easy to manipulate, then I feel like this could be a very good app. No, I love TCG Player. I use it. I love this app. I just think it's pretty easy to manipulate their system because of how easy it is to change up all the numbers and stuff. So like Iron Crown, like in like a month period, it went from $48 up to $99, $94, and then it went down. Now it's going back up. So now it was at like what, 70 some bucks at one point because of what happened with the Morty's conviction. It bumped down Iron Crown, but overall it's a pretty decent card. So at number 3 spot we have the Raging Bolt, which it never actually changed. It was always at number 3 spot at like what? Now it's at $66. So what we really got to see was how this was the first set where the value of the pre-sales were actually lower than what the actual value is at now. Like it was at 54, it went down to 52, then it went up at its first release to $79. Then it kept going down. So now it is hitting it's now going up again, but it was kind of like that earlier. That was going down and going back up. Then it hit its down, then it was going up, then it's going down and stuff. So I know a lot of these cards, a lot of the SIRs have been doing that, and probably will continue to go down and up and down and up and stuff like that. So the Raging Bolt 66. Now the Gouging Fire. The Gouging Fire was one of those least known cards. Well, not known, but like one of those. So here we are. This was 48, then it went down to 39. Like its lowest was on March 21st to 23rd. Then it's March 24th to 26th, and its newest high, the highest it's ever been, was 54. Now it's at $50. So that's good. It is at 50 bucks now. So it is going back up. So that was at number 4. So it's actually a battle between Walking Awake and Gouging Fire at the current moment, which was to be expected knowing their designs are both kind of evenly the same. 40 some dollars, and it went up to 58. Now it's just going back up. So overall, it's a pretty good card. I love their designs. All the designs for the special illustration merch are great. This one used to be number 1 at like 80 some dollars. And then it went down to actually 5th place, which is absolutely insane. It went from 90 bucks to then not 60, and then it's just going down. So it already was at its highest for its pre-sales and releases. And then afterwards it just hit its newest low. So at 40 bucks, I feel like that's a pretty even one, because I know a lot of people I saw at the mall I go to were selling that for 80 bucks when it was $80. So I think it kind of hit its reasonable amount right there. I think 47 for that is good. Now the Bianca's Devotion was my chase card. You can see it was 60 bucks, then it just went down, and now it's staying at what, $35. So there we go. So now the Prime Catcher is 30 bucks. The Prime Catcher is now officially the most expensive ace card. The Erie is $28. The Iron Boulder is 25. The Iron Crown is 18, and the Ghastly is 16. The most lowest is $11, which is the Salvatore. So yeah, that is all for this part of the video, for today's video. If you enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Now we're doing it on these. We're going to do our final couple minutes of ranking every set of Scarlet and Violet. So let's do basically the worst set of all, Obsidian Flames. So Gloom is going to be the only good card that came out of this set. So it's an S tier. The Ninetales, well, some of the arts of these are good. The Pelipin's an S tier. The Billy Bolt's a B tier. Nothing really much in it. The Cleffa is an F tier. This one's a D tier. The Houndour's an A tier. Scissors an S tier. This one's an F tier. B tier. C tier. B tier. D tier. Well, this one's an F tier. F tier. F tier. F tier. F tier. Yeah, F tier. Totally crap. All these are terrible. This one's an A tier. Gita's a D tier. Ortega's a D tier. Poppy's a D tier. D tier. No plenty. It's a B tier. I would have put it a little bit higher if there was a little bit much more to it. This is the only good. Oh no, actually no. That's the best one right there. This is gonna be bumped down to B tier. I like it. I just don't like it too much. This is a C tier. Poppy's I'd say C tier as well. Charizard's D tier. It's an okay one. This one I never even had, but telling by it's a D tier. So right there is gonna be all for Obsidian. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna be ranking the 151. So Ivysaur is a B tier. Ivysaur, or that's Bulbasaur. That's Ivysaur, Bulbasaur. Both are gonna go in S tier. Artworks for this set was amazing. Charmander is an S tier for me as well. Also Charmander is an S tier. Squirtle is an S tier. Wardle is an S tier. Caterpie is an S tier. Pikachu an S tier. All these arts are just top notch amazing. S tier. Psyduck is, yeah, S tier. Poliwhirl is definitely my basically the top 3 for me. I love its nice design. What is this? Oh, Machoke. Champ, whatever. Yeah, right there. Tangela is an A tier for me. It wasn't my favorite, although I never had these. Also that, I say B tier because it never really hit a good value. Dragonair's an S. Mewtwo's a D. It's the only one that's gonna go in whatever that is. Venusaur's A tier. S tier. S tier. C tier. She's coming. Jinx. Zapdos. Mew is an A tier. Erica's is a C tier. Giovanni's is also an C tier. But that's a C. Well, no, you know what? No, that's an A tier. The rest are those. This one's a C tier. Venusaur is an S tier. You know what? These are gonna go up here because these are my favorite ones. I think the Venusaur is by far the best illustration, like the best, one of all. Actually, wait, no, Zapdos is. Blastoise is the top 3 for me. Yeah. Mew is the top. Actually, it's my favorite because that art's actually really nice. I'd say this is right there. There we go. Giovanni's is think right there. Then like the golden ones are like right. Alright, here we go. So now doing Paradox Rift. So Cyclizer. Cyclizer C tier, well actually he's an A tier. Barathorn is a B tier. Garchomps an S tier. S tier. This one's a C tier, also a C tier. 8 B tier, C tier, B tier. That's an S tier. That's an A tier. That's actually one of the first S tiers here for those. That's alright, this is an S tier. This one right here is a top, I think top second for me. Slithering's a alright. There you go. Alright, this one used to be really expensive too. $3. That goes there, top 3. A-Palm right there. Blitzel. Bonnet, yeah. Pretzel right there. There. Wait for me. Oh, that's right there. I really like this art, so it's gonna go right there. Groudon is a top second for me, because that's actually a really nice art. That goes, I think, below Gimmighoul. Mantike is an A tier. I really am, like, on that design right now. Minior, whatever. Morpeko is an S tier. It's actually better, though. These, yeah, I think they're gonna get this as well. This gonna get, kind of gives me the vibes of Glaceon V. S tier, B tier. Joltik is an S tier. Goldango is, I think, top 3 from, actually, wait, no, it's definitely not top 3. Gliscopod is actually better than this, because I feel like it has a little bit more design to it. This definitely is top 3 for me. Sandy Shock's right there, and this is gonna get, I think, for me, it's gonna get number 1 spot. So yeah, overall, it's a pretty interesting set as well. So let's get to our final one, Space Set, Paldea Evolved. Now, let's do this, everybody. We're gonna be ranking all of these. 151 we just talked about. Introduced Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise at an interesting rate of value. Therefore, I have to put it in S tier because there were so many good products like the Ultra Premium Collection Box, other products too that actually were at a good insane value. I do enjoy this set a lot, so I'm gonna be putting it up in S tier. And even like the harder pull rates kind of feel like, I think the harder pull rates was kind of just to make it feel like it was like a how much Pokemon sets were back in the day where the pull rates were kind of rare. That's what made them more special. And I feel like what they did for Paldean Fates and Crown Zenith, I love Crown Zenith and Paldean Fates, but I feel like what they did for 151 was so much better because they made the pull rates a little bit harder, which meant that the pulls were going to be a little bit more special and more insane to pull. And that means it takes some insane pull rates and insane more amount of packs to pull a specific card that you want. So the Ultra Premium Collection brought like a Metal Mew, a Mewtwo illustration rare promo card design, and it also brought us a Mew EX card that it was in Japanese, had like, if you turn it a certain way, the Mew EX card, it had the SIR design, which in Japanese, it's considered a SAR, special art rare, and those are just like SIRs, but they're in Japanese. Some of the promo cards for alternate arts are actually in Japanese pulls. So instead of Japanese having the same as promo cards for English like promos, they're actually, you have to pull them in Japanese and English. So that's why English cards are a little bit more cheaper than Japanese. That's why going off eBay for Japanese cards are better off than going off of them on TCG Player, as most of them are not going to be in Japanese. So I think 151 just introduced a whole new type of importance to Pokemon. It introduced a great amount of value, and it brought a lot of people back because a lot of people wanted to see a return of the original 151 instead of introducing 500 Pokemon in one set, So this was a really good set for collectors, and for people that originally collect original Pokemon, like the original 151, this set was one that I think they all had to go for at one point. Crown Zenith is also an S tier, giving us like the Giratina, the Dialga, the Glaceon, the Leafeon, the Palkia, the Arceus, the Giratina, giving us the Regigigas and the Entei, and giving us all these other cards was so amazing. This set, I think, is another one of those sets that you just cannot forget about. It's one of those unforgettable sets that just have so much to offer. Each time you want to collect the set, there's so much to offer. There's so many good pulls, so many good pull rates. The pull rates were really good, and that's why a lot of people say this set is, although not better in value-wise compared to what other sets are, like Fusion Strike and all these ones with like the Gengar and Charizard and Mimikyu and all these other cards. Crown Zenith was there for us when we needed the pull rates the most, so that's good. Paldea evolved. I would put this down in C, but when I pulled the one and only Iono, I have to say, why people crushed on the Iono, I can absolutely see. The design, the value of all the special illustration rare cards like the Chi-Yu, the Boss's Orders, the Squawkabilly, the Iono, even the Ultra Rare Iono. I can see why this set was a very big set for most beginners out there. It's going to be one of those to invest in. Paradox Drift is going to be our first A-tier set. There were a lot to offer in this set that I think a lot of people would enjoy, but there are some of those others that will think this set is an absolute waste of time. Because there are some art cards out there that deserve more value than what they've been giving, and I feel like most people are treating Paradox Drift like it's a newborn baby, and I don't really see much to it. I think it's a very, like overly done set, a very overly hyped up set. There are a lot of good cards in there, like the Iron Hands EX, and the Tapu Koko, and the Warring Moon, and the Goldango, but a lot I just don't see much in them. The base set Scarlet and Violet had nothing to offer but the one and only Gardevoir, which is another good one, and the Miriam, which was a very popular one as well. So that's why it's going to be up in S tier, because I do love all the SIRs in there. But Obsidian Flames, like I've said, this set has so much bad decisions in here. I don't know who the heck made this set, but whoever did, they gave this set up to a raccoon and said, here, eat the shit out of this garbage. Excuse my language, but that's exactly what I think about this set. There is nothing that this set had to offer us that we haven't seen yet. There isn't something in this set that we, of course, thought this would blow our socks off and our underwear off, because if we're going to be completely honest, we've seen sets like this for past 3 or 4 eras that Pokemon has been around for. Therefore, I cannot ever say Obsidian Flames would be a set I will invest in. It's not one I'd rather invest in. The pull rates for this set is even harder than 151, but 151 had, of course, had an obvious reason to have harder pull rates, but Obsidian Flames just did not do it for me. The cards at one point, they did really hype me up. The only good one was out of it was the Pidgeot EX. The worst being the Cleflet illustration rare having so much hype over, but having no value due to all the hype that there was. You would think higher value, but that wasn't the case. Paldean Fates is another S tier set. For me, it's going to be a tops, basically, it's going to go, I think, on top 3. It's another great set that had Iono, Charizard, Gardevoir, Penny, Clive, Arven, and so much other special illustration rares that this set had to offer. And the Charizard being the most rarest, of course, because it's a Charizard and most sets have Charizard in them that when they do, they're the most obvious expensive sets. So right there is going to be what I call my tier list for the best sets of 2023 and the first set of 2024. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on the next video this weekend. See ya!